Hello everyone, drakerobi here. I know it seems like I'm making a video like every day. It seems like I can sometimes go a month or so without. But I don't know. I just feel like I've been having a lot to get off my chest as of late. Just I've been feeling the unfairness of this world. My whole life, but it you know there's a certain comment that I get sometimes in the bottom of my videos and some of the other videos I watch with other black pillars, and it's this comment that really just irritates me because it's like these people will never understand what we go through, what I go through, and it's this comment or um, it's not too late or whatever. It's yes, it is too late. At a certain point, we just gotta be realistic and call it out for what it is, and because like if you haven't found love, if you haven't found a decent career, if you haven't found just anything out you set out to want in a particular timeline. And for us, it's through myself, it's through no fault of my own and other black pillars, because society just deems us so unworthy to have those things that we've achieved for, that we've aspired for since our childhoods. Some of us, myself included. Yeah, so it's no fault of our own, but you know, uh, it's it's too late for, but it's too late, cause if you haven't found those things at a particular age, you're only you're not getting any younger, as they say, you know. Um, it's just it's at a certain point you just gotta throw your hands up and just say, yeah, well, it was nice to dream. It was nice to be a child and have dreams. That's why I could never bring a child in this world, even if I had the opportunity. I would never do it because this world is just so twisted and backwards, and it's full of unfairness. It rewards people higher up on the societal totem pole, and it looks down and degrades people like me constantly. So I would never want my child to be subjected to that. Just demented stuff. Plus, this world who defends PDF files and you know teaches all kind of weird stuff in schools nowadays, and it's just a very unpleasant world to be in. Very just it's just toxic. I mean, it's hard enough for guys like myself, who are in their early 20s, to make it nowadays. Is it, that right there is a hassle in itself. Just imagine you being a child growing up in this type of world. Like, it's just I feel so bad for the children now because they have to grow up, and a lot of them are gonna grow up and adopt that same mentality of the blue pill, and it's just so sad and unfortunate. But the can't stop the inevitable. Um, but yeah, that's why I miss my childhood so much. Just get. I could go into a long diatribe, but honestly, I don't have the. I don't have. I just can't at the moment. Maybe another video, but yeah, this is so unfortunate, and yes, it is too late. It is too late for us for guys like me to pretty much, once again, through no fault of our own, just to, at this point, we're just surviving, because that's what we do best. We survive. Say what you want about us black pillars, but we are strong survivors. Alright, we may not have the privilege a lot of these other folks have, but we stick it out, and we're tough at the end of the day. Um, myself, I just look at myself. Like you guys know, I was at this particular job before I got unceremoniously released, for 4 years. 4 years of nothing but hard work, dedication. You going in, it's a customer service job, but I'm if I have a job, I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability, and I did that at that particular job constantly. Never had a disciplinary problem as far as like getting into it with like a customer. It's customer service, so you deal with some very un, un just unhinged people sometimes, and uh, yeah, we all know those kinds. But never had a problem there. Never. Uh, yeah, I was pretty much a model employee. I was pretty much the person that all the other new employees, looked up to, pretty much there. But I make one mistake, and boom, I'm thrown out on my behind. You know, and that's just another example of me being looked down upon. It's just so untaught, and it's just so backwards. But what can we do? We live in a backwards world. I'm out.